of landing in Sarajevo. So they basically tried to land, or the pilot tried to land, but wasn't as successful as every other flight who actually managed to land. The whole class is already a much greater success than it was already last year, and that's what I want to say in my introduction. Since I've been talking on the subject matter of market freedoms and human rights for a few weeks now, I will not tell you anything on the subject matter. We have our very honored guest professors here who will talk about that. I want to tell you a couple of words about the module itself. Well, first of all, it is the first official subject in English language at the faculty in Zenica. I am teaching two other subjects in English, more or less unofficially. Although it seems like a very small thing to do, it is a huge barrier because the students are not used to having classes in English. Just today, because they had a collision with a conference in Belgrade, which is very, very unfortunate. However, we know that they've been here every time, and we've already heard their presentation, and we are really thankful for this synergy. And I think that this is how it's supposed to be done with each other if we work together. But there are a couple of other. When it all started with the cooperation, it was within the network that unfortunately many students are not even familiar with at the faculty. And that is the Southeast European Law School Network, which we are a very proud founding member. It is a network which is in the Hein Online database as the only journal from Bosnia and Herzegovina. So I think that it is a very good promotion for the students, and I hope 2 more minutes to introduce you to the topics of our lectures today, which I believe that they are for the module were 3 judgments that I really liked also during my studies, because they're not as new, you know. As a student I was already listening to those judgments and I had to know them for my exam, which is the carpenter, the
version of myself, the Thai student in Vienna, as I told you. But I usually make my presentations in Germany and the usual lectures in a tireless version, but not in blue jeans. That is quite unusual, and not in an unshaven. But all right, market freedoms and fundamental rights in the EU, an introduction. I want to introduce you to both the market freedoms and the fundamental rights and their relationship with each other. It's an introduction, so don't expect too much. If there is anything which you don't understand or with which you do not agree, please interrupt me. I'm accustomed to that. Challenge me, please do. You can read in Article 26, paragraph 2 of the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union that the internal market is defined by the 4 freedoms. It shall comprise an area without internal frontiers,